morning I want to teach or preach on what I've titled enforcing your prophecy. Look at your neighbor, say enforcing your prophecy. Now if you read the whole story about Jacob, Esau, Rebecca, Isaac for the past 1 month, you will understand that there is something we have been dealing with for the past 1 month about Esau and Jacob. We have said a lot of things, but as I studied deeper, I discovered something about the story of these two personalities. I discovered prophecy was upon the head of these two persons. The Bible said a woman was pregnant and God spoke to her. In fact, she inquired of the Lord when there was rumbling in her womb, and God said to her, there are 2 nations in your womb, there are 2 people in your womb. He said the younger one will be greater than the elder one. What's a prophecy? It was not a coincidence, it was prophecy. He said the younger one shall be greater than the elder one. Listen to me, child of God. Who came out first? Esau came out first. As Esau was coming out, the younger one, Jacob, went to hold his heel. What was he doing? He was trying to battle him back. I want to come out before you. That means the battle between Esau and Jacob started from the womb. That is, prophecy will never manifest until you enforce it. Hit your neighbor, say listen to me. Every prophecy you see manifesting is a result of somebody who is ready to fight it out. There's a prophecy over your destiny. There's a prophecy over your children. There's a prophecy over your life. Hear me, if you think the prophecy will just manifest on its own, you might be joking. You need to enforce it. You need to fight it out. Jacob discovered that by birthright, this guy Esau is my elder brother and I'm the younger one, and there are things as a younger one you cannot attend to until you take the position of the firstborn. He was eating one day and the brother came hungry and said, I want to eat. He said, before I give you food to eat, you must sign an agreement that I am your elder brother. I was thinking it was just a coincidence, but as I study by revelation, I discover that the act of Jacob was not a coincidence. Jacob was very intentional. Somebody say intentional. Jacob was very intentional. It was a plan work. He knew that Esau don't know how to save. He knew that Esau always eats his tomorrow today, so he makes sure that Esau have exhausted his own food. So in the morning or in the afternoon, you know Esau don't have food, and he went to prepare good porridge. It was a setup. The guy was intentional. Jacob know what he was looking for. Jacob know what he wanted. It was a trap in fighting his prophecy. He was trying to enforce his prophecy. So he started by taking the birthright of his elder brother. When Jacob said, I need to eat, I'm very hungry, my brother, I'm hungry. He said, no wahala, I have enough beans porridge to give to you, but we need to have an agreement. We need to have an understanding that if I give you this pot of porridge, this plate of porridge, you will give me the mantle of seniority. Because of hunger, he said, yes sir. Can I say this to you? Esau don't understand prophecy. Esau don't understand spirituality. When you don't understand prophecy, you will say your birthright because of material things. There are many of you here because you don't understand that there's prophecy on your head. Because of one handset, one iPhone, you have opened your leg in one hotel and they took your birthright. Because you don't understand that there's prophecy on your head. Because of a man, you have sold your birthright. Because of money, you have sold your birthright. Esau exchanged his destiny because he never understood that this guy called Jacob was trying to fight for his prophecy.